Welcome. This is the PackKraken here, and I'm getting ready for MagicCon 2023 Las Vegas. We're going to be practicing as much as we can to get ready. This is a pre-release kit. It's very similar to what I'll be doing for the Magic 100K Open, which I'm super excited about. I haven't done anything competitive like this. And over the weekend, I talked to some people at Magic and got some insights onto what to expect. And first thing we got to do is make sure we know the cards for one, instead of having to think about it for the first time right then and there. So anyway, we're gonna get into this and see what we can get opened, and kind of excited to see what this pre-release card is too. All right, there we go, our first little Ripper, Kelly Ripper. All right, here we go. We got a Good People of Edgewall. Come step with my beat, past hamlet and cottage and cobblestone street, o'er river and stream bewitched and beguiled, or follow me into the wilds. Ooh, that's pretty good. I like this. I'm digging this set a lot. That's the stamped Goose Hydra. This is a promo stamp right here. This just shows that it was a pre-release card. Sometimes it makes them more valuable, sometimes less. And it's a nice Hydra here. It says the Goose Mother enters the battlefield with X +1/+1 counters on it. And then you can do more stuff. When the Goose Mother enters the battlefield, create X food tokens. Round up, nice. And when the Goose Mother attacks, you may sacrifice a fruit token. If you do, draw a card. Wow, it does so much, and you can just make it as big as you want. Alright, so see, these are some of the roles. Monster, Soldier, or Sorcerer, excuse me, Royal, Young Hero, Cursed, Wicked, and I think that's it. Oh, and On an Adventure. Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff you can do here. These will be made more sense when you read the cards, but you're going to need these to pre-release, or you're going to need these in general when playing cards from Eldoron. All right, so in a pre-release like this, or in a sealed event like I'm going to be doing in Las Vegas, you get these packs, 6 packs total. Apparently, you're going to open 6 packs. You're going to show your opponent what you got. You'll open them right in front of him. He'll do the same, and then you trade stacks, and you have to write down each other's cards alphabetically into a list so that everybody knows what everybody has. And then, once from there, you're ready to get going into your deck creation, and then you have to mark your deck completely, and you make a 40-card deck. All right, you can have as many of any one card as you want in there. Whatever you pull, you can use. And now we need to get into some Kraken and see what we get. So this is just, we're going to get through the cards and start dividing them by color. In a tournament style, I think I have 40 minutes to look at and understand all the cards. We have a Rowan Grip Search. So we have some commons here. So we're going to have a little bit of each color come out of this pack, and I'm sure. We're going to hope we get one more color than the other and kind of get some power going. But I'm really going to look at the cards at the end. I really want to just see what the rares are for now. And then we'll divide colors and see what we can do. So now what I would do is I have to look at my cards and see what I have in, and what I can do with those cards. So these are the cards that came in this set. I didn't get a lot of synergy to go with that Goose, I don't think, but I'm going to take a look at it anyway. You want 2 colors in your deck. You want 2 colors in your deck, and that's just about max.
But
and
one color isn't it like OP?
one color is okay. I mean, you can go one color, but sometimes you can get a little bit too one-minded, and you don't have the versatility to protect against a diverse deck. So 2 colors is really recommended for these kind of formats. It just gives you the juice and then the backup you need, because it's supposed to be balanced. But what I did see is I got 2 of these uncommon rat makers. Let's take a look at what these do. You got to build your deck around something. This has a low casting cost, so it's going to be easier to get out. I got 2 of them, so it's going to be even better chance of seeing this actually happen in play. And then we're going to have this ability. Whenever Tonin Tance, Swarm Piper, or another non-token creature you control dies, create a 1/1 black creature token that this creature can't block. So it's a rat token, 1/1 black rat creature token it can't block. And then I can pay 2 any number of times I want, because it doesn't require me to tap. And it says target attacking rat you control gains death touch until end of turn. So I can turn all those little rats into little death bombs. And if anyone blocks them, they die. If I have 2 mana unlocked. So I always try to keep 2 men untapped and keep these out. So rat guy, not a bad option. And he's a 2/3, so he's hard to get rid of. So rats is an option. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look through my cards here, and I'm going to see if I see any rats. See if I have something else that does rats. And I do. All right, so what that really does is you're going to put this on them, and they become a 2/2 rat. And when it dies, it deals them 1 damage. So it really makes them those exploding rat bombs that are death bombs. Sorry, I'm excited. That's a good one. We got this knight here. Does he make rats? I don't see anything about rats on there. Nope. All right, we got 2 of those knights, though, right real close to each other, so that might be good for black just to have some. Whenever sacrifice a creature, you gain 1 life, you draw a card. That would work with all those rats we're making. We could just pop them out and turn them into little draw cards. All right, this is bargain. You dig, you pick, you put, you draw. You lose 2 life. Not bad. I put that with the rat deck for sure. Destroy target creature enchantment. 5 casting cost is pretty hefty, but if you need to get rid of a big beastie, that'll do it. Into the black-red deck. Bargain. Target creature gets -3/-3 until end of turn. If this spell was bargained, it gets -5. So sacrificing rats, making this spell make it more powerful. Boom. 5/5 dead. Not bad. All right, then we have this one. Destroying target creature with mana value of 3 or less. So take it out early. Only costs 3. If it's your turn, create a food token. Not bad. That's more food synergy, but it is removal. So I like it. Whenever an enchantment you control is put into the graveyard from your battlefield, each opponent loses 1 life. So we're putting enchantments on rats, blowing them up, putting them into the graveyard, dealing a damage, and then when that enchantment goes into the graveyard, it deals another damage. Nasty. All right, we have this awesome flying person, flash flying. Sling Blade Assassin enters the battlefield, destroy target creature an opponent controls. That was dealt damage this turn. Love it. And then another one of these dig cards. Wow. This is really looking good for black. We have some repeat cards, some black creature cards. We could throw those in just for fun. What do they do? Let's see. Good question. Return Raiders creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Oh, return target creature card. So you can play this early, return a creature that already existed in the graveyard, bring it back to your hand, and then when it dies, put it on the bottom of your library. So it just keeps happening. It just keeps the deck going. That's pretty dang good. All right, then we'll look at those ones later after we look at our red. Sometimes you can get some rats out of red, too. Let's see what we get. All right, there's going to be a lot of damage and control here. Deal 4 damage to target creature. That's nice. Target creature gets +1/+1 and gains first strike. That's okay. Not bad. Goblin, when it enters the battlefield, create a treasure token. That's nice for a little bit of ramp. Witch Stalker Frenzy. This spell costs 1 less to cast for each creature that attacked this turn. It deals 5 damage to target creature. Not bad. Flick a coin deals 1 damage to any target. You create a treasure token. Some ramp and a draw card. That's really good for a red. All right, this is an ogre with haste. He's a big boy, a 4/4 for 5. And he has a sorcery that he can do early for 3. And target creature can't block this turn. Get some 4 damage through, or you get some damage through. This is an equipment card, so that's an artifact, and it makes your creatures bigger. And if you do more than 2 things on your turn, you can equip it for free. Not bad. Flick a coin again. Yes, we'll do that for sure. Witch's Mark. That's a sacrifice a card, get 2. A human rogue. Nice. This one at the beginning of your combat on your turn. If you control a creature with power 4 or greater, you may discard a card. If you do, draw a card. All right, there's a power 4 or greater card. This one can block flying and creates a treasure token. And this one has the Gnawing Cascade. This is creatures you control get +2/+0 until end of turn. Whenever a non-token creature you control dies this turn, create a 1/1 black rat creature token. Nice. Some rat synergy. All right, so now that I've looked at my red and my red and my black, I can sit here and think, okay, well, do I even have enough cards? That's the question. And you're supposed to have 23 cards, 17 land to make a 40-card deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right, so I'm 3 cards short. I do have plenty of other red and black cards to put in. Or, as we saw, we got that great OP artifact card that takes any color mana to play, so we can pop that in there. Let's see what these things do. We have a couple other artifacts here. This one is when it enters the battlefield, scry 2. Lets me look ahead. You can gain 3 life, draw a card. That's not bad. This one is choose one that haven't been chosen. So Tap it and do this. Three bowls of porridge deals 2 damage to target creature. Okay, that's not bad. It has a chicken bowl. That's funny. Tap target creature or sacrifice 3 bowls of porridge. You gain 3 life. Not bad. Lots of options. And this one is reach, so it's a creature. You can add 1 mana of any color. Activate only once a turn, but it costs 1. So you're just turning 1 mana of one into 1 mana of another. All right. Well, that's a tough choice. I think I'd do the one that deals 2 damage to a creature, or gain 3 life, draw a card. That could be good. It has low casting cost. I like that. All right, but we got to also see, do we have enough creatures? In order to have a successful deck, you're supposed to have like 17 creatures. Let's see if I'm missing any good cards here. We went with what colors? Black, red for this. And here's some Mana Flare. That's not bad. And we have this one. Put target creature card from your graveyard. Yep, those would go right in there. All right, so let's see if we have enough creatures. Enchantment, enchantment. Artifact, artifact. Instant, sorcery, sorcery. Artifact, instant. Oh no is right. Oh no is right. So those are all enchantments. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Only 8 creatures. Just not enough creatures. So I'm thinking maybe not the black red. Maybe not the black red on this one. So our other options were white, which I really liked a lot. They had a lot of white. We had some white rares and some white cards here. And blue, white blue would be good. Also, green blue would be nice. So let's take a look at what we have for white. White, let's always boast good life gain and has a lot of benefits to, like a lot of little creatures all at once. Let's see, where are my other glasses? I gotta switch. I was trying to be cool, but I gotta see. It's getting too dark. All right, that's much better. All right, here we go. The Regal Bunnycorn has power and toughness equal to the number of non-land permanents you control. So count up all the stuff you have in play except for your lands. That's its power and toughness, and it only costs 2. So really good. It gets big quick. I'm going to keep that in there. All right, now this has extort, black, white. Artifacts your opponent control enter tapped. Not bad. It's artifact and creatures, so they come in and they can't do anything. All right. Choose a number between 1 and 0. This is a board wipe if I need it. All right, this has flying, and it gets bigger if I did more things on a turn, so the flying is always good. We got this land that'll help us with a white and any other combination. This one's going to make a token, but it's not a creature itself, but it makes a creature, so a little bit of both. We have another constellation. I played these in my deck when I played white at the pre-release, and this was pretty good. It gets bigger. It becomes a 3/3 if you did more than one thing on your turn. This one gets lifelink if you did more than one thing on your turn. A 3/3 lifelink is not bad. Not bad, but kind of hard to play. All right, this one, you create a royal token, and that's another ability that we can look at later, but this is a 4/4/3/3. That's not bad. Creatures you control get +1 and have vigilance. Awesome. Love that. Putting it right in. Makes this mouse bigger. That's a really good card. It's a rare. Destroy target online permanent. This is a block them down enchantment. Tap up to 1 target creature. Scry, draw a card. So slow them down, get a card. Another one of these guys with lifelink. That when this enters the battlefield, I can pay 2. If I do, create a sorcerer roll. Attach it to it. That's pretty awesome. Another night creature token. Another entangled virtue. Human noble at the beginning of your upkeep. If your opponent controls more lands than you, create a treasure token. So this, if I have this in play, and you keep playing land and I'm not getting them, I'm just going to keep making treasure tokens, catching up on land. So really, really good in a limited format because you need land and you need it, and if you get behind, it hurts. All right, another flying creature, 2 of those. So wow. That is a lot of good white. I mean, I put it all in the good pile. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20. That's 20. I'd only need 3 more cards. Yeah, I could pop all 3 of these artifacts in there and go mono white. Does that give me the versatility? I don't know. And then we're going to have to look at that creature count again. Do we have enough creatures to make this deck viable, just mono white? And I am going to count those enchantments as creatures. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It's close. It's close. It really is a really good amount of rares in there. So that is a really good combination. We know we've got strong white. It's making a lot of enchantments. It's making my creatures bigger. I'm doing a little bit of flying, a little bit of life gain, making a lot of tokens. I'm seeing a lot of token creation I'm seeing a lot of +1/+1s. What else can I do that does that to make this stronger? Let's go green and take a look at, well, no, let's look at blue. I have a ton of it, and there's a lot of flying options, which always is a strong option in limited. So here's a rare. This goes blue-white, which would work really well. I can exile target non-token creature, so I can get rid of something, return it to the battlefield under its owner's control at the beginning of its next unstep. I could have an enter the battlefield creature and have it come back. I could get rid of something for a turn. And it has Vigilance and Ward 1, so it can fly. 4/4 for 4 is really good. Flying, instant or sorcery spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. That's excellent. Until your next turn, target creature you control has base power and toughness 4/4 against flying and hexproof for 2. Target creature owner puts it on the top of the library. Not bad. Here's another one of those thundering with the 2 white blues flying and destroy target tapped creature. Love that. So it looks like I'm going to go white-blue, I think, on this deck. Draw 4 cards, and this one has a 3/3 for 4. Draw a card, create a sorcerer roll. Nice. Dig card. Look at the top 4 cards of your library. Put them back in any order. Wow. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, create a sorcerer roll. Bubble up an adventure and a creature. 1/3. Flying. Wow, whenever you cast an adventure spell, copy it. Human wizard, another creature. Oh, draw 3 cards, create a 1/1 blue fairy creature token with flying. Wow. Another one of those lanterns. Is that 2 of those? No, I'm just back at the top. There's lots of good cards, lots of creatures. So really, white-blue looks like it would be a really good option. Green. Let's see what we have here. A good enchantment card there. Got 1 enchantment, 1 creature, 2 creatures, another enchantment, another one of the same creature. Nope, it's a different wolf. A big worm. These are the big beasties I'm looking for to like late game it, but do I want to tap into green just for these creatures? I just don't think so. It's just not strong enough. If anything else, I'd be looking at red or black to go back into because it was so strong. All right, but really, when it boils down to it, our biggest choice would be white-blue. So I'm going to put everything away. And then right here, we just start looking at our options. We're not going to use those. We need to pick our best creatures, and we need to pick our mana curve. So I'm just going to go through and look at creatures first. What's mana curve? Mana curve is to make sure that you have the right spread of spells. You don't want a whole bunch that cost, 6 mana. You want a couple that cost 1, a couple that cost 2, a couple that cost 3, and so on and so forth, so that you have the right spread. You don't want to have too many little spells either because then they don't do enough, and you end up piddling out early, or you sit there with cards in your hand that you can't use. All right, so artifacts, enchantments, instants, all that kind of stuff is considered support, and the support is usually only 8 cards, and the creatures are many more. So because of that, I should look at my creatures first. We'll divide them by size and amount here real quick. A 2 casting cost, 4, 3, 2. Lots of 3 casting costs in this format is good. You don't want many 1 and 2s because they don't last too long when they're in the battlefield. 4 casting costs are pretty strong. They're a medium play, you could say. Anything over that is looking like a bomb later in the game. And this whole set of cards that I've pulled out and that I said I liked, none of them have a high mana curve, and only one has a 1. So I'll definitely keep the Otterin to have a first turn drop in my deck. I want that. So I have a first turn card. 1. Now I need some more creature cards. This is a construct. It's a 0/4 blocker. So if I just want to slow them down, that's great. Sacrifice this. I draw a card. Create a sorcerer's roll and attach it to 1 target creature. The sorcerer roll is general creature gets +1/+1 and has, whenever this creature attacks, scry 1. That's pretty good. So it's going to help me dig and look. 2 casting cost blue spell. This has an effect. You can do an instant and a sorcery card from your graveyard on top of your library. So if I'm doing a lot of instants and sorceries, which I don't think I'm going to do, that would be handy. So I'm going to put it aside. Having 2 of anything is great. This works really good, so I'm going to put Lantern down. I liked Bunny a lot because of how it works. This Sage enters the battlefield. I can pay 2. If I do, I create a roll. This has Reach, which can block flying. I'm going to put Mice down just in case because it gets bigger. All right, let's look at our 3 drops and see what we like from there. I'm probably going to want all of my 3 drops. That one has flying. That one has lifelink. That one has lifelink. And this one gets me lands. So, heck yeah. All right, now we're going to have to make some cuts in 4 drop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 8. Not many drops. We're going to have to see here. So we have flying. I'm going to go see what else we have that has flying real quick because it's just so powerful. I want to put that out first. We got a 3/3 flying here with an ability. Love that. Flying Vigilance Ward. Love it. Flying. Flying. It's a lot of flying, guys. All right, this is a repeater. We got 2 of them. Tap target creature, create a cursed roll token attached to it. So I tap any creature and turn it into a 1/1. Wow. Those big 7/7s are going to be nothing. I'm going to put that in. It doesn't fly, but it's a 3/4. That's hard to deal with. And it has a... yeah, that's really good. All right, we got something else here. We got an adventure that creates a roll token that turns into a 3/3. We got this guy that lets me draw cards and locks down creatures when I pay something that costs 5, but I don't have anything costs 5, so no. Create a roll token, a 3/3. That's okay, but really I'm not focused on enchantments. Nope. So maybe I'll play 1 creature light. Maybe I'll throw in one of these roll token ones for cheaper. Make a mana. This one is put target instant or sorcery card from your graveyard and a 3/1/3. I'll put that one in, even though I don't have a lot of instant sorceries yet. We'll see what I pick out of my support cards. It has a chicken bowl. That's funny. Tap target creature or sacrifice 3 bowls of porridge. You gain 3 life. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Not bad. Lots of options. And this one is reach, so it's a creature. I need about 6 support cards, and if I want to start dwindling down on creatures, I can. You can add 1 mana of any color. Activate only once a turn, but it costs 1. So you're just turning 1 mana of one into 1 mana of another. So I definitely want to go through and find those super good. There's a board wipe. That's going to be definitely needed in there in case I start getting overwhelmed. All right, well, that's a tough choice. I think I'd do the one that deals 2 damage to a creature or gain 3 life, draw a card. That could be good. It has low casting cost. I like that. This one is going to create problems because it's going to make all my creatures bigger. Creature tokens you control get +1/+1. So I'm going to want to make as many tokens as possible. This one makes a token and copies a token. All right, but we got to also see, do we have enough creatures? In order to have a successful deck, you're supposed to have like 17 creatures. Let's see if I'm missing any good cards here. This one destroys a permanent and makes a token. I could use that on me or get rid of a creature. Exile enchanted creature. Wow. We went with what colors? Black, red for this. And here's some Mana Flare. That's not bad. And we have this one. Okay. No token. Put target creature card from your graveyard. Yep, those would go right in there. Not an attack token. This is a good card. This one makes a token, and I got 2 of those. Where's that other one? All right, so let's see if we have enough creatures. Enchantment, artifact, instant, sorcery, artifact, instant. Oh no is right. So those are all enchantments. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Makes a token. I think I'm already over in cards, guys. I think that's it. I think there's so many good stuff in here. And this says extort. It's a rare. Artifacts your creature. That would be so good. Man, I could just go straight control and just start putting in these, just bomb control. 6, 7, 8. Only 8 creatures. Just not enough creatures. Bargain. Dig. Create a bird token, but it costs 5. So I'm thinking maybe not the black-red. Maybe not the black-red on this one. That one would be okay. All right, I think I'm over cards. Let me count them up just to be sure. So our other options were white, which I really liked a lot. They had a lot of white. We had some white rares and some white. And then I'd make last cuts. 17 creatures could be pretty heavy, so I could take out some creatures I don't like. Cards here and thin this out to keep that support in there. And blue, white blue would be good. Also 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. So that should be about 3 cards too many. Now, you can play more than 40. You are allowed to go more than. You just can't go less than 40. Many people do actually play heavy decks, and they go a little bit heavier. I like to play it as close to 40 as possible, so when I can, I go through and I look for something that maybe doesn't have the most synergy. I'm going for flying. Lifelink wasn't really on the list. That one gets land. That one wasn't really on the list. These ones, it's a good slow him down blocker, but maybe not the best. I liked him. That one was just That's staying. Those definitely stay. So do that. Creating a token, good. Prowess when it attacks alone. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, put a 1/1 counter on it until end of turn. Oh, that's not bad. Alright, that's one card I managed to take out, so I'm not doing very good. I need 2 more. I'll take that creature out right there. I don't think I need it. Alright, that's 2 cards out. Playing 41 doesn't bother me at all. So I would play that deck with 17 lands. And how do you decide how many lands you use? Well, you count your pips. I got 1 white, 2 blue, 2 white. I got a bunch of those white ones, a couple of those. Alright, it looks like I only have a couple of the pips that are blue that I really have to worry about being 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 blue dots. This one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So is 16 there, and how many was in the other one?
I have no idea.
10, I think. 10. All right. So there's 10 there and many more here. So we're going to make sure that we have more white than blue land. And I do 10 white, 7 blue. Shuffle that up, put it in sleeves, and start playing the game. Now, when you're playing draft, all this becomes your sideboard. Any card you don't play, so after your first game, if you want to sub something in, boom, you got it. All right, well, that's a good draft practice. Just so you guys know what's happening with a draft and how it works. You'd then play this against your opponents. Have a great night. Keep a cracking.